Yep, let's move on. We'll move on to the Jets and Packers, bro. Um, I'll start off here, man. Jets and Packers. Wilson is looking real good, bro. Maybe the Jets were not as wrong as everyone thought they were, bro. He is looking really good. We knew that I mean, if we just think about how bad the Jets looked last year, and this guy's running around and doing what he's doing, it's exciting. I'm excited. I wish I had more Wilson in Dynasty, but I've been grabbing him a little later in drafts. I'll say that I'll talk about that recently. The only other thing is, Corey Davis, his number one target. Right now, I'm currently drafting him as a wide receiver 3 with wide receiver upside, wide receiver 2 upside, but you can still get him as your wide receiver 4. Let me give you a couple of lists of players, and you tell me who you would rather grab. Corey Davis. For me, Michael Gallup, Pittman, Marquise Brown, Will Fuller, Chenault. All of these guys are going ahead of Corey Davis. I would take Corey Davis above all of those guys. What do you think?
I would take I would take Corey Davis. I would take Corey Davis and then Michael Gallup right after under
Yeah.
Corey Davis. That's what I
And
would
be,
do.
yeah, and to be honest, most of the offseason I was grabbing Gallup first, right? Don't get me wrong, I was scooping up a lot of Corey Davis, but again, all these guys are still going ahead of him. So this fantasy football don't have to be hard, man. Corey Davis got 6 or 7 targets in the first 17 minutes of this game. He got like 5 targets in the other game, the game before. He's looking like the number one. And if you're talking stacking, the Wilson, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore stack is looking sexier and sexier.
Hmm.
Um, Only other thing about the Jets, biggest concern has to be Michael Carter, man. Right? It has to be him. He looks like he's number 3 on the depth chart behind Ty Johnson and Tevin Coleman. Carter is still going in the 7th round of redrafts, and it doesn't make any sense to me at all. There's no upside there right now. I don't want to draft anybody, but if I have to draft one of them, I'm going Ty Johnson. He's free in drafts. I think his ADP is like 280 or something like that. So he's free if you want to take a stab on the starters. Any Jets thoughts on your side?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Everywhere I've practically picked up Michael Carter. I'm picking up Ty Johnson in the free agent market. I've been in a lot of leagues on Sleeper where people are just dropping Ty Johnson, and I'm just picking him right up, which is awesome because this guy, he proved himself last year. There's nothing else to say about this. Michael Carter's a rookie. He has to beat him out, and I don't think he's doing that. Corey Davis, he's in for a breakout year. I see it happening. But let's talk about Zach Wilson, man. Everybody was down on this guy all year round before the draft, saying that he was the least talented one, that he was probably going to be the least one to be making it in the NFL, and he looks really good. 9 of 11, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yes, I repeat, 9 of 11, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay? He's looking a lot better than a lot of other quarterbacks right now, let me tell you. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I agree with you. Michael Carter's a stash, taxi squad. Uh, from what I'm seeing, he was entirely picked up too high. I picked him up high, so I'm to blame. This happens, I picked him up, and I'm not kicking myself in the butt for it because it's way too early to tell, and it's dynasty. But I think he was ranked way too high. And I think with what you're seeing right now with Ty Johnson and Tevin Coleman and him, it reflects that.
Yeah, I mean that just goes to show how weak this rookie class was with running backs. That we were just hungry for running backs. So that's just kind of what happens on the Packers side. Not much to talk about on my end. No starters played again. What is that? Amari Rogers looking like a nice little dynasty stash. One note that I would note of coming out of camp, MVS, man. Marquez Valdez Scantling, bro. He has flashed before. He's had some big games, but he's had some drops. Every report out of camp is that it looks like he's gotten his hands on point. He's catching everything. So we know Aaron Rodgers is going to come out angry. We know that he's going to throw the ball a lot. So if this guy becomes his number 2, he could be a nice steal at the end of drafts. I especially in best ball, he's especially appealing there. But if he can stabilize, he can be a nice little wide receiver 5 on your team. That you got some injuries, you got some bye weeks that you got to fill. He's a guy that you could throw in there and try to catch some lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about the Green Bay Packers either. I like to see AJ Dillon catching the ball. He had 4 carries for 28 yards, average 7 yards a carry. I want to talk about this kid Patrick Taylor Jr. though. 8 carries, 48 yards, 6 yards a carry. Might want to keep an eye on this guy. Kylan Hill. I mean, I think that just the fact that they went and got Cobb back for him to work out of the slot. I think if MVS does what he's supposed to do this year, I think that's the missing link, man. I think they'll be able to go all the way this year, man. It just those drops, he's got to fix them, man, because they come at critical times, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like I said, out of camp, everything is crazy news. So maybe that, like you said, all it needs is one click, one thing to click, and all of a sudden people blow up. So let's see what happens there.